I think gold's going to continue its uptrend. I mean, it's been trending up, since the beginning of the century or the millennium. But that's what you're doing. When you're buying Bitcoin, you're just making a bet that you're not the last fool, that more people are going to come in because of the dynamic, right? The dynamic of Bitcoin is it's going up. I'm going to get rich if I buy it too. And it really is a shame that the politicians have sold out like this. And Wall Street, what else do you expect, right? Wall Street's going to do anything if it makes them money, right? They don't give a damn if the people buying all these Bitcoin ETFs.
Peter Schiff says gold's uptrend is unstoppable. It's up nearly 30% this year, yet mining stocks are down over 35%. Big players are trading at bargain prices, while tech stocks and cryptocurrencies soak up irrational enthusiasm. Schiff believes the real opportunity lies in going against the crowd, buying gold and undervalued miners while others chase bubbles. Stick around to see why this contrarian move could pay off big.
I think gold's going to continue its uptrend. I mean, it's been trending up, since the beginning of the century or the millennium. It's been outperforming stocks over that time period. I expect that to continue for all the reasons that the trend is there. We have pulled back. I mean, right now we're around 2,630 or so, 2,620. At our peak before the election, gold almost hit $2,800 an ounce, didn't quite get there. But peak to trough, gold pulled back about 7%, which is not, that big considering how much it had gone up. It was up well over 30% on the year. The big decline was in the mining stocks, which actually turned negative on the year. I mean, most mining stocks are now down on the year, even though gold itself is up around 26, 27% year to date. The gold stocks are down. I mean, from their peaks, the big gold stocks fell about 35%. With gold down 7%. So that's 7 times the decline, which is ridiculous. And big companies like Newmont and Barrick are negative on the year. They're down in 2024, even though gold is up close to 30% during this year. And so that just shows you how negative the sentiment is on gold, that people aren't willing to buy these stocks, that they're trading for less than 12 times earnings with a market multiple, PE of more than double that. So you've got all kinds of crazy enthusiasm for tech stocks and cryptocurrencies, and really irrational pessimism regarding gold. So I think that that shows you where the money is going to be made in the years ahead. It's going to be made by the people who go against the crowd and buy the gold, and more importantly, buy gold mining stocks, and people who sell these overpriced tech stocks and basically worthless cryptocurrencies, which would include Bitcoin. They know what they're doing. They're a little bit more sophisticated than your typical mom and pop retail gold buyer. Speculative names have been going down more. That's what's happening with them. People don't want to speculate. I think part of that is the appeal or the excitement around Bitcoin. I think a lot of spec money is going there and not into mining stocks. Because, it is a speculation. These are, especially the small ones. But I think it's a reasonable speculation for people to make. I think Bitcoin is a completely irrational speculation. I mean, you're just speculating on, the madness of crowds and the greater fool theory, and the fact that you think a lot more fools are out there. And maybe there are, I mean, it's hard to say. But that's what you're doing. When you're buying Bitcoin, you're just making a bet that you're not the last fool, that more people are going to come in because of the dynamic, right? The dynamic of Bitcoin is it's going up. I'm going to get rich if I buy it too. If I don't buy it, I'm going to be left out because everybody else is going to get rich and I'm going to be stuck staying poor. So you've got that dynamic where, it's not just the greed of making money, but it's the fear of being left out and staying poor. So you've got fear and greed pushing people to buy Bitcoin. Now you've got politicians trying to reward their donors by buying Bitcoin. And so that's added another element to the pyramid scheme. If you can, get the government in, because now you've got a committed buyer that is price agnostic, right? We're going to buy 1 million Bitcoin. We don't care what it cost us. We're just going to buy them. And then if you look at the bill that, the crazy bill that Senator Loomis introduced, after they buy Bitcoin, they're not allowed to sell them for 20 years. So it's like they're just taking them off the market. They're saying we need a Bitcoin reserve. Well, what's the point of a reserve if you can't tap into it? mean, imagine if we had our strategic petroleum reserve and we said, yeah, we got all this oil, but we can't use any of it for 20 years. Like, what would be the good of the reserve if you can't tap into it when you need oil?
And you've given away all that capital to buy it.
Yeah, you've created a massive inflation. You printed all this money. But again, what do we need a reserve of Bitcoin for? I understand why we need a reserve of oil, because we may need oil and there may be an embargo. But nobody needs Bitcoin now. So who the hell is going to need it in the future? And why do we have to have a reserve of something that nobody needs? Yeah, if we prop up Tether, but the Bitcoin doesn't buy any bonds, but Tether does. So if we get people to want to buy Tether or other stable coins that buy U.S. Treasuries, but where does the money come from to go into Tether? It has to come out of the banking system. So now the banks don't have the money to buy Treasuries. So it's not like there's just this new source of demand, because it has to come from someplace else. If I send money to Tether, I have to take the money away from some other institution that otherwise would have had it. So it's just redirecting the Treasury buying. It's not coming up with a whole new source of Treasury buying. Look, but the market cap, it's really irrelevant, because all you need is one transaction at a ridiculous price, and now you got a market cap. But if nobody sells, and the only reason we have a high market cap is because nobody is selling, then what good is the market cap to anybody who owns it? That's the laughable part about Bitcoin. It's like, yes, Bitcoin's going to the moon, but never sell your Bitcoin. Okay, so if I can never sell the Bitcoin, what difference does it make what the price is? It only matters if I can sell it and buy something. But if I have to just never touch my Bitcoin, then it's like mental masturbation. It's like, yes, I'm a millionaire, but I still live at home with my parents, and I don't even have a car because I don't want to sell my Bitcoin to buy one. So I'm basically poor, even though I'm supposedly rich. And it really is a shame that the politicians have sold out like this. And Wall Street, what else do you expect, right? Wall Street's going to do anything if it makes them money, right? They don't give a damn if the people buying all these Bitcoin ETFs ultimately lose all their money. All they care about is how many the fees that they make, right? Like the casinos, they don't care that the people in the casinos are gambling and losing. They're winning. The house is winning. But at least the casinos, they give you a nice show. They got pretty girls. They give you free drinks. And, and it's entertaining losing your money, playing, these games.
Thanks for watching. If Peter Schiff's insights resonate with you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more expert takes on gold, markets, and the economy. What do you think about his contrarian strategy? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, stay informed and stay ahead.